Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Total War Warhammer 2. So somebody pointed out in the comments, Kalen GBF pointed out in the comments of the last episode, that there is a safer way to do this. I could disengage from this battle, have one of the armies siege the Black Pyramid, then attack this army while the garrison of the city is unable to defend it. You know, we could use our stacks to really crush these guys numerically, and then have all three of our armies bear down on the city. And that's absolutely correct. Definitely a safer, smarter way to approach this. But I think I'm still going to go forward with what we're doing here because I want this huge battle. This is going to be the greatest Tomb King battle of all time, of their entire history. And in the end, it's going to mean absolutely nothing because all of the troops who get defeated here will simply be put back together. All of the constructs will be rebuilt. In a sense, this is a tremendous waste of everybody's time. But you know, we can break them apart and truck them outside of the Black Pyramid city. They can just rebuild themselves out there in the desert. So the army that we're approaching here has Great Vortex. The second army doesn't really have much of interest in it, but the garrison army has a Kemrian War Sphinx and a Screaming Skull Catapult. The vast majority of the troops on their side are just normal skeletons, but they do have a couple of actual good units that we've never had to fight before. In particular, I think it'll be interesting trying to take down their War Sphinx, because War Sphinxes seem to be pretty awesome. But, I mean, we do have double that number of War Sphinxes. We also have Tomb Swarm still active. I kind of forgot about this, but apparently we have 6 charges. I'm not sure why we have 6 charges. I guess you get more when you're in Tomb King territory. We certainly don't need to gamble on a 26. 26 is pretty alright. So with these guys, they've got their Great Vortex 1 unit of archers, and that's all they're ranged? 2 units of archers. Okay, not a big deal. I think we're going to try to keep our carrion dudes out of the fight until the archers are largely engaged, and we will not be using our bombs yet. If possible, I would love to save the bombs for the catapult crew. So I want to set up a little bit more to this side so that we can take better advantage of our incoming reinforcements. Let's see here. I suppose we could put a couple units of cav out to this side. Let's see, how's your range there? Your range is pretty alright. Screaming Skull is going to burn all of its ammo before the fight's over, probably. That is actually just fine. Yeah, I wonder if we should put these guys out to the other side, just to make it easier to flank. They might divide their attention, but they also might just turn the Great Vortex toward us and totally murder us, because those large projectiles have to be good against large stuff. I don't think it actually has anti-large, but all of the projectiles will probably make contact against a cavalry unit, so we'll see if we can use the trees as cover. Let's see here. The Great Vortex can be a little further back because they have like artillery range. They seem like extremely good units. We really got to get more. And then I don't know, I'm just gonna do the thing I normally do. Set up the infantry behind the archers and see what comes. And I'm actually gonna put these guys pretty far out of the way. I really don't want them taking too much enemy fire. Their Great Vortex really can't be stopped from hitting us, I don't think, but we don't have to make it easy. Alright, so is there somebody that we need to focus on? Probably those guys. How armored are they? Okay, yeah, so this is a good use for our armor-piercing projectiles and stuff. then I guess we just wait for them to approach. Like, we have our long-range stuff fire at their Great Vortex. Ours are going to have to move forward a little bit, so actually probably don't do that right now. They're going to have to move in on us. We'll just make them do that. Where's that catapult fire? Yeah, that's some range, all right. All right, move forward enough to stop that from happening. Should we? I mean, I can pull this part of the formation back a little bit just to make them have to move forward while we're moving into them. And I am going to start winging these guys out this way now that their whole army's sort of engaged. I wish I could zoom out a little bit more. You can't zoom out any more than this without going up to the overhead view, which I really don't want to do. I just want to go back a little bit. Okay, well, they've turned their Great Vortex on us, and they actually are splitting their army in half. And if they want to spend time chasing our dudes, I'm down with that. Okay, here's the question. What do I want to do about this? Do you want to move forward and engage? Do I want to have you fall back? What are the direct combat stats like? 28 attack, 40 defense. Honestly, if we could cavalry charge them, we could probably take them down pretty quickly. I'm just a little concerned about getting mired by the skeleton warriors and then hit in the back by their Ushabti. We should probably just go ahead and put this down, right? Let's soften these dudes up. So where would I could make them walk through it. Be like here? Are there archers in range yet? Not quite. So they're going to want to keep moving forward a little bit. Put this right here. This hits a lot of dudes. I want to try to get some damage done before their second army shows up, and then we have just a huge, huge number of guys coming in from the back, and I don't really know what to do with them. Run some flyers up that way. We can establish a pair of flanks. Sounds pretty alright to me. And I guess we should walk our existing guys forward, or maybe the play is just all of these guys get orders to get up and form the wall. We'll move people forward as the enemy gets closer. You dudes just... Our Necrotech probably ought to step up, because I bet he's not... Yeah, his circle's not entirely over the Great Bows. It's closer than I thought. Okay, they're definitely within firing range now. They have continued moving to get out of the circle, I assume. We gotta pay close attention to this, because it's really important that we don't get trapped by the Ushabti. We can get a good charge off and then run afterward, probably. Oh, they're in charge mode. Yeah, the animations are not going to be the smoothest, but my computer can not totally handle the amount of stuff we're seeing on screen here. Seem to have done a pretty alright job with this approach. So yeah, we'll just charge their guys and then try to get out. Quickly, through the hole! Alright, well, we Realm of Souls them. That's good. We got there quickly. And now is probably the time for my units to start actually moving into combat. I should probably be a little bit careful with the Tomb Guard halberds, because we're going to need them for the enemy War Sphinx. Yeah, whatever. We're fine. We'll be fine. We'll figure it out. Okay, so these guys are breaking down already. I don't have to be too worried about them, but let's probably pull the Great Bows back anyway. And this seems like a good time for the War Sphinxes to come up. These guys back here don't have any orders. I don't know, man. Just get up here and we'll figure you out later. Okay, this is just the second army, which, like I said, is mostly unimpressive melee troops. Yeah, I'm not going to charge the carrion forward. They can wait. They're doing a fine job. Okay, last thing. Where is our good wizard? He's on his way in. We are about to have a really good vortex lined up. I'm going to figure out what's the best... I guess it's best for these guys to swing out this way. We can get clear of the enemies and then come down this way and hit them in the back. I gotta say, that's some of the best cavalry work I've ever done. Which I'm sure if you're good at these games, that was not that impressive to you, but it was something for me. Okay, wizard, where are you at? Screaming Skulls still doing fine work. Their Ushabti are almost dead. Yeah, that's pretty alright. Okay, so they're gonna run out of Realm of Souls charges. They're almost through the thing already. And I'm really not worried about their Ushabti coming in on us. Like, they'll disintegrate pretty much immediately. I think this is going really well. Also, I'm having a lot of fun. I really like these huge battles. I wish it was easier to engineer situations where this kind of stuff was necessary. The AI doesn't usually defend things this well, though. Alright. Let's charge the Great Ushabti again. I really want to clean them up entirely. And honestly, just running through this area is going to damage the morale of these enemies because they are considering themselves flanked right now. I don't think you guys are fast enough to get away. Oh, they have a retreat to arms here. This guy's caught, though. Yeah, alright. The Necropolis Knights aren't gonna be able to catch up and do very much there. Let's just have them hit the back here. Alright. Here's their summoned Ushabti. They went right in the middle of the archers. That's smart. That's where I would have done it. You can tell it's a good move if it's what I would have done. It's alright. We have some archers approaching over here. Doom Prince, get in there. Alright. Do we need to start expending charges yet? We really don't. None of the constructs have taken any meaningful damage. But we can get the Necrotect in here and have him whip the crap out of some Ushabti. That'll work. Alright, these guys are getting to shoot at us with no repercussions. Yeah, you know what? Skip that charge I ordered you to do. We gotta show these archers who's boss. This ought to derail their approach slightly. You guys should probably get the hell out of there. The enemies have decided that you are a threat. Screaming Skull Catapult is doing a great job. The Tomb Swarm's not actually doing damage, but it is derailing their approach such that we get to have more time to burn down this army before the second army gets here. You can see they just kind of swerved all the way around it. Let's try to get our cavalry out of there before they get caught. Screaming Skull Catapult is not aiming for center mass. Shoot that guy. Put the big projectiles directly into the middle. Are we gonna get out of here in time? I pulled the second unit of cavalry out a little bit slowly. I think we're okay. I don't think we're gonna get caught. And we managed to completely break the binding of those. You guys could probably obey. You guys could probably let that one fleeing Ushabti go. Alright, how are the Sphinxes doing? The Sphinxes are doing extremely well, actually. I don't know why I was worried. They haven't taken any meaningful damage. Alright, the Great Bow Ushabti have recovered and are feeling tough again. You know what? This is a good time for the Flyers to come in, I think. So, there's another army in reserve yet, but you can only have 40 units on the battlefield on each side at a time, so the reason that we're not seeing more reinforcements come in is that rule. As we see stuff break down completely, we'll start to see reinforcements trickling in over time. Most of my archers are in position to actually fight. These guys who killed the Ushabti need to get closer. Our lords should really just get in there. Our Tomb Prince versus their Tomb King. Yep, and our long-range units are just going to keep doing long-range unit stuff. I maybe am keeping my powder too dry with the special carrion. I wanted to make sure that they had a good bombing target, but you know what? This is probably as good as it's going to get, and the enemy's basically out of flying units. Let's just sweep in and see if we can't get a good bomb off while these guys are still so grouped up. Oh, here we go. This is what I was hoping for. Look at that. Gorgeous. Alright, cavalry units out. Try to get ourselves back into charging position. Where's that other... Here we go. Okay, I got some damage there. Yep, so here come reinforcements. Their units are slowly failing. We've got a lot of fresh archers still coming in. And it's the same for us. We have another whole stack of units. I need to be casting more. I'm not focusing enough. Okay, we need physical resistance on just somebody who's involved in stuff. Because we need to be casting so that our passive is running. I'm totally spacing on it. The Necropolis Knights need to get out of there if they can. And I think we should pull these guys back a little bit. I don't want to keep advancing and getting out of archer range. Alright, a couple more seconds and then let's cast again. This seems like a fine time for a vortex, actually. Alright, where's my Necrotect at? I need heal charge on these guys would be cool. Pull the cavalry back and get some wraparounds over here. Right, the Great Vortex are down. I think the time has come to fall on the backsides of some of these units that are engaged. Actually, probably over here. I really, really want to get out of there. Alright, this seems like a pretty good tomb swarm. So our Tomb Prince defeated their Tomb King. I mean, our Tomb Prince and his 60 buddies defeated their their Tomb King. Get over here and help these guys. King Wakaf is a pretty good fighter. He needs to get in there, though. And who do we have left? Let's get... Very easy for me to get distracted. There's a lot of things going on here. We're not large, are we? No, okay. Yeah, let's just fall on the backs of these Tomb Guard. Got guys of our own who are not really engaged over here because it's just like, it's very difficult for me to keep track of who's doing what. The War Sphinxes are just rampaging. Where is Settra? It's not you. Man, I really wish that these dudes looked a little bit more differentiated. Alright. Settra can probably properly get in the middle. Oh, I haven't been using his buffs at all. Yeah, debuff the entire enemy force with massive massive survival penalties. And keep casting. Always keep casting. Never not be casting. Charging through trees is not ideal. But this is less about the charge and more about the flank. I think this is going really well. Okay, one of our units of Ushabti is starting to flag a little bit. I think that we might use our other charge from that Necrotect there. And I think our second Necrotect doesn't have any levels at all, so he doesn't even have the charge ability. I probably want to just cast some cheap stuff for now. Who's doing something important? You're doing something important. Ah, these Ushabti are fighting halberds. That's why they're taking so much damage. Alright, fall back. Let's get our own ground troops in there. Okay, I need cavalry. Where are my fast guys? They are marching in an awful lot of archers right now. Okay, here comes their War Sphinx. There's the catapult. So yeah, we gotta pull whatever cav we can from the battle and send them out there. I think we should be able to slip past. I don't think they're paying enough attention. This Casket of Souls is out of ammo. You're almost out of ammo. Got some Ushabti joining in. Let's make sure that all of the anti-large stuff is focused. And I think I'm actually going to pull this War Sphinx. I know I had ordered it to run forward. I'm going to have it pull back. Let's see if we can clean up this side a little bit more, because we're having some losses over here. In fact, we can probably have one of the casters help with that. Where's that? This thing. Let's considerably lower their combat stats. And honestly, for the most part, our archers are... archers still have a lot of ammo left. Okay. Alright, so they see what we're doing already. Oh hey, what a time for the Summon Dushabti. We just put him right here, right? Like, as much as I want to get rid of that catapult, I think this is potentially more dangerous. We'll get to the catapult quickly enough. Alright, all flyers. This is the only thing that I want from you. The entire rest of the battle. Fortunately, Khemri ground troops are extremely slow. It should not be difficult to avoid. As soon as we get around them here... I'm going to try to get the... Actually, I was going to say I'm going to get the Necropolis Knights around and attack that guy in the back, but Necropolis Knights can just charge over here. That'll work. Oh, interesting. The War Sphinx is coming back to defend the catapult. That's, I don't think, a very good use of his time. I will gladly accept him doing that. This is going all right in that they're all losing binding, but they still have a lot of health. Yeah, this might be overkill. But let's just make sure this gets resolved. Alright, we'll refocus our archers on their archers, since it looks like their large units are dying pretty quickly now. The other Necrotect, yeah, I was right, he does not have a level. Alright, well, I dare say that we have pretty much gotten there. You guys really need to wrap around and get in here. Oh no! The archers have turned around. Okay, those Summon Dushabti are doing some fine work. It's like having a single charge of that Clan Rat summoning ability. Alright, my units are breaking down, but not as quickly as theirs are. I left some horsemen to get caught. In fact, I think their whole army is... yeah. Their whole army is shattering. The War Sphinx is just gonna fall apart right in front of our eyes. Well, everybody get away from him. Let's try not to give him too many kills before that happens. Alright, that was pretty successful. I feel good about that. I feel like I've got the hang of our troops pretty well. Oh, man. These numbers. It's a rough battle. They really did not get a lot accomplished. Yeah, look at this. The Tomb Guard are out there just slaughtering dudes left and right. One of the units of Tomb Guard got as many kills as the Necrosphinx almost. That's crazy.
There was never any doubt.
We don't even really need to take the replenishment thing. I guess at this point... we're lowest on jars. Alright, we got some armor that I don't particularly care for.
King of greatest dynasty. Settra the imperishable.
Okay, we've done it, and it has a Great Ushabti building and a Scorpion Nest already finished. It is absolutely nowhere on the growth needed for the next level of the core thing. Sandstone walls. Okay, let me look at the building browser. What's unique here? The Vault of Nagash. Winds of Power plus 30 for all reserves. Lord Recruit rank plus 3. Magic Resistance. Hero Recruit rank plus 3. Vampiric Corruption plus 20. Huh. I'm not sure that I want to build that, honestly. It has another thing that provides plus 12 Untainted, which will keep the Vampiric Corruption from being too bad, I guess. I don't know, plus 3 hero recruit rank is pretty good. I think we'll probably demolish this. I don't really think, like, this thing is not in danger of being attacked. It's sort of in the middle of our empire, and I don't think that it's actually a huge target for other people. So yeah, I don't know that I'm even going to build either of the landmark buildings.
Loyal as all should be.
That's a shame. I was hoping that was going to be cooler, but so it is. Alright, let's... Oh, we didn't really get to see the Tomb Scorpions, because this army was coming in last. What should we give him? He lost something. I don't know what. Probably Ushabti. Let's give him the other great bow unit. Alright, you still have all your stuff. Settra lost a couple of units of Tomb Guard, I think. But do I want to put in more Tomb Guard, or do I want to get a couple of constructs for him? Let's pick up a Tomb Scorpion, because I want to see them in action. And would I rather have Versatile Tomb Guard, or... Oh, the thing he lost was Archers. Yeah, okay. Let's refill the Archer slot.
I alone shall restore Nehekara.
You know, we probably don't even need a public order buff here. I'm just going to put it on growth. Try to max that out as quickly as possible. 6 turns until this caps, and we have, like, a crazy amount of money. Just upgrade stuff wherever we can. Here... I suppose a garrison building wouldn't be totally out of line here, because this is actually on one of the edges of our empire, although the coastline's all cliffs. They actually can't... Anybody who wanted to come down here and fight us, oh, well, they could come in through Gorgazon. Maybe we should build walls in Gorgazon, then. Because we are at war with these guys now. I don't know. I don't think it's going to be an issue. Okay, we don't want to improve any of this stuff. We're just waiting for Khemri to level up again. This public order building is no longer necessary, but we're waiting for the settlement to level up. We should probably upgrade the recruitment buildings, though. Here we're waiting on growth again. Yeah, we're pretty constrained by growth, actually. Pretty much everywhere. We're definitely putting up walls there. We may as well level these up just because I have nothing else to do with all this money. Well, that's not true. I do need to save up... Not this. I need to save up a bit for that. Although, jars are really our stopping block. Alright, well that feels pretty good. I feel like I have shown that I am the Tomb King boss now. All of the other skeletons can fall in line. So, in 2 turns, when Settra is finished recruiting his Tomb Scorpion, I say we march north and show somebody else that we're boss. Let's go ahead and take out those elves. We'll march north, we'll take this, just so I don't have to worry about these guys landing on our shores and harassing us, and also because it gives us access to wine. And then we'll head up to the White Tower, we'll take the book at the White Tower, and then... From there we only need 2 more. We could head south and take out those rogue armies. I think that's probably going to be the cleanest way to get this done. You need spells. Yeah, I don't know, maybe this Chariot of the Gods is totally awesome, but it seems it's difficult for me to imagine
Impress me.
that I don't want the Sphinx. So... I guess we could just take a level of Jar Hoarder. Like, I don't know how many turns are left in total. We might not even really benefit from it too much. We're a couple levels off of getting into the really cool stuff. Yeah. I guess, no, we should take yellow line stuff to fill. Alright. So I suppose we make this stuff. It's a good idea to have the jars coming in. Do I want to get this? It's a lot of vampiric corruption. Honestly, I think I'd rather have it just have a growth building. Yeah, that's 20% more growth right there.
To your king. Voyage! I have risen.
Alright, you are scouting.
Desert to sea.
He's gonna head up here and try to ascertain the situation while with the elves, while the rest of us take a little detour to deal with those guys. Yeah, I guess for the most part we're just waiting on growth.
King of Mehekara.
Go into replenishment stance. Alright, we should be ready to march again. We should leave somebody home. I'm not sure who. Just in case, you know, somebody to the south starts to get some ideas in their head. But the scouting army and 2 of these armies are headed north. And I think it's going to be King Wakaf who stays behind, because Settra and the other guy have cool units that we haven't really gotten to use very much in their armies, and I want to have them be attacking. What is this? What? A military alliance. There's no benefit to a military alliance for me. Where has my Tomb Prince re-emerged? Over here.
Land of the dead.
Maybe we should come down here and take out Carrick Zorn, like I said. I don't want to deal with them. I just want to be able to scout to the south without them giving me crap about it. We'll try one more time. Here we go. We'll try one more time to get far enough to the south to...
Undead seas. Desert to sea.
We got time. He can swing around and pick up money. Wow, is there just like a whole lot of blood in this bay? I guess it's coming from this swampy area. That's weird. The Great Mortis Delta. Gross.
Settra the imperishable.
Some Warhammer lore person, some person who knows what's up, can probably inform us about that in the comments.
Never tire.
I've never heard of that before.
I dare to move. Summon them. King of
Alright, and I guess if anybody's gonna give us trouble, it's gonna be these dwarves, right? Our other neighbors actually really, really like us because they respect our great power. Yeah, alright. This is a little bit less hectic than I feel a lot of the campaigns turn out to be. We're just like liked and respected, which is very strange for me, but I have to say I don't hate it. We really should probably have the growth thing running in more provinces, because we are extremely constrained by our major settlements. Yeah, we don't need this. Here we actually do need the public order. Yeah, whatever, that's fine. May as well upgrade that and get access to a little bit more carrion. Yeah, it feels weird. Gold having been such a major stumbling block for such a long time, it feels weird to just have a ton of gold and pass the turn, but I'm kind of out of stuff to spend it on. Hopefully, these two armies, potentially with the scout army as backup, will be enough to get this thing done with the elves and then disappear back over the ocean. You seriously have nothing better to do? Alright. When we sweep back through here, after taking the book from the elves, I think we're probably going to wipe out this dwarf settlement. It's just being it's so frustrating. A new monument will show the gods that their veneration is still our foremost concern. They, in turn, will strengthen our hands in this time of endless war. But to whom among our pantheon should it be dedicated? Well, that's awfully good. Okay, we are using way more infantry than cavalry, so a monument to Geheb it is. Alright, and once he levels up this trait a little bit more, I guess it maybe won't be necessary to kill those dwarves. But I probably still will, because screw them. You know, I was going to run over here and grab this, but actually, at this point, I don't know that a little bit of gold is worth derailing our plans by even a half a turn for. That said, this part is not bottlenecked by this guy's movement, but rather by the speed with which our armies can get over here, so he has time to run around and scoop up some cool stuff. Okay, getting this Trunk of Maps effect a lot, not getting the bonus movement one very much. Alright, so I'd like to not go to war with Lothern, because Lothern is likely to be quite large and able to fight back. Right now, the White Tower of Hoeth is still held by one of the smaller elf factions. If we can just get in, dump on those guys and get out, we should be able to avoid a larger conflict with an elf force that's actually dangerous to us. Do I have military access from these guys?
Behold my greatness. It is beatific, is it not? I assent to it.
Okay.
Submit to your king.
Now I'm allowed to move over their territory. I don't know that I want to just yet, but let's be ready. Is there any value in pulling any of these rights right now? I guess having another Casket of Souls available is cool. We'll put it in this army. So let's kick out random skeleton warriors. Oh hey, we have some regiments of renown available. Well, I probably should have noticed that. We sent our armies off to the north without the best possible troops. Granted, all they're going to do is dramatically outnumber some pirates, but it's a smallish error. You know, the Tomb Kings, one of the things that I really like about the Tomb Kings as a faction in the lore is that they're not constantly like running all over the place marauding for no reason. They don't feel like they must expand their territory. They mostly just want to have all their stuff and be left alone. And if the other factions would stop stealing all of their things, nobody would ever have to fight them. Basically what I'm saying is, everything I'm doing here is extremely justified. What are our chances of assassinating this guy back, I wonder? Also, how is it that this Lizardman hero has nothing better to do than be over here trying to assassinate me?
Doom Prince of the Hekara.
Pretty unlikely to work out in our favor. Same here. Yeah, alright, just keep running. Still can't actually see any of the units. I would really like to know what those armies are made up of. Alright, well, Sartosa will probably fall next turn. We just got a quest for it, which is nice. Unnecessary, but appreciated. So Safari's not actually that small. I don't know how Lothern has not managed to crush them yet.
Rises from the sands.
Do we want to actually come all the way over here? I suppose it's not totally impossible that these guys could declare on us and then try to make some noise on this side, but... Well, hold on. So we should probably recruit these regiments, right? Like, do I just want to cut... probably some chariots? We do not need this many missile chariots.
Rises from the sands.
Okay. Because he can't really run over there and fight all those dwarves.
He means nothing.
He doesn't even have lightning strike, so he couldn't even take out just the half stack. But maybe we just park him in Lost Plateau. That means I have no army for sort of the main body of my land, but also I don't really have any enemies. And we're working on another point of army capacity, and we're going to get another point of army capacity from the expedition. Yeah, you know what? I'll have him go around. He'll just sit in Lost Plateau and be ready for dwarf treachery. And I think we're waiting on jars, right? We're just trying to get to 300 jars so that we can craft top-level gear for our guys. Who did I end up giving that flail to? Wait a minute. Did I end up giving that flail to nobody? I think that is what happened.
Will have to do.
Yep, it is. Okay. It should probably be in the hands of... Actually, you know what? We could put it in the... We can put it on this Tomb Prince.
Servant.
Here, take this extremely good flail we made. He can lower magic resistance for people nearby. He could get a potion of toughness. But you know what? Why don't we take another castable? We actually have very, very few items in total. But yeah, I see no reason not to make Settra's army the most powerful thing in the entire universe, because I'm sure at the end of all this we're going to have to do a big fancy quest battle to actually win the game. We want Settra to be capped out when that opportunity comes around. Also, hey, Skull Reef. So the battle for the Vortex is ongoing. There's some pitched fighting or whatever. We'll just let the lesser races, the short-lived mortal races, struggle over their weird funnel. Do not come over here and attack me. Alright. Elves got elf stuff to do. It would be really cool if most of Safari's armies could get drawn to the south. Oh, you know what we could do with our money? We could use it to buy some influence. You could give it as gifts. It actually would be pretty cool if we could be friends with Lothern. Especially if it is the case that Lothern and Safari don't like each other, because we're probably going to get some free... we need some free approval here out of the thing we're about to do. I guess let's poke our head into elf politics.
I don't parley with the undead.
Okay, no, they actually like Safari. They have no feelings about the Pirates of Sartosa. Let's give them a gift. Wow. That is a generous gift. I'm gonna do it, though.
As you say.
We're actually making, like... extremely good money right now, and I don't have anything else to do with it. And also, we're about to get this. Skull Reef is by far the greatest of the ocean things. Oh, they toned him down. That's probably a good idea. Okay, so 3,000 money and a Sword of Bloodshed. The skull-shaped lair lying ominously on the horizon could only be the hidden hoard of Count Noctilus, the legendary vampire admiral, who was the scourge of the seas in his great vessel, the Bloody Reaver. Legend has it that Noctilus's treasure is hidden upon the great ocean, and guarded by zombie crewmates damned to protect it for all eternity. That is, until your fleet chances upon the lair. So this is a pretty alright sword. We'll give that to King Waka for somebody. Okay, so the White Tower is not super well protected. Where is the... Okay, here we go.
Settra sails.
Find the beach.
Set sail. Never. Voyage.
Did you get on the land? Alright, I don't anticipate this being a big problem. So now, before I forget, let's give that sword to somebody. I guess we don't know that he's going to get involved in actual battle. Can I equip him with a sword? Yeah, okay. He'll take it. He's whip infantry, but he doesn't hate a good sword. Alright, so we should be able to deal with Sartosa this... Well, maybe not this turn. It might take a couple of turns. I might want to build a little bit of siege equipment. We'll see how their army looks. And then it's off to Safari. And hopefully we can get enough approval with Lothern out of our very generous gift that we can keep them from turning on us when we attack their buddy and blow up one of their primary settlements. I mean, even if Lothern does declare war on us, after we get the armies out of Ulthuan, it's probably not that big a deal because they have a lot of enemies, and I'm sure that the Dark Elves are raiding them all the time because that's what Dark Elves do. This is Queek Headtaker's faction, I think. Stuff is still extremely unresolved down here in the southern jungle. On our turn, we should check and see if Safari is at war with anybody. We might be able to curry some favors somewhere. I'm sure Dark Elves will love it if we take Safari out, but I have no love or concern for Dark Elves. This lizard man is desperately trying to help us.
Your tribute, thrall. For it.
Okay, we saw that army for a moment there. I guess the lizard man wounded himself on a critical failure attacking the dwarf.
Order me. Moving.
Alright, once he gets close enough, we'll be able to see the actual makeup of this army, at least part of it. It's a shame they have walls. If they didn't, there's a chance we could just run King Hecanuros in there and handle it. Obviously, I'm considering it. Man, really, that gift is only going to get us to -6? It's a bummer. There's no way we're going to be able to get a non-aggression pact out of them that way. Okay, well, it looks like we're just going to have to not care what the elves think. I was hoping we could turn them to the side of reason, but so it goes. Do we want to pick up a steed here? He's doing more damage on the ground, just standing and fighting. But this is Settra's Tomb Prince, and Settra doesn't... we have 2 units of cavalry. We don't really need that. That's fine. Let's have him pick up some more of this stuff. Yeah, we get plus 6% hit points. We could get 5 more melee attack. Let's take this. I'm not too worried about getting these guys mounted up, obviously. Alright, we might want to just attack them this turn. Let's get the other army in range. Okay, let's see what the battle looks like. These guys have some great swords, which are good anti-infantry troops. They have a fair amount of anti-large spears and halberds. They have some cavalry. And we don't have any reason to attack right now. I guess except for the fact that I'm kind of in a hurry because I have other stuff I want to be doing with these armies. I just want to wrap this problem up quickly, but like there's probably not another army, right? This faction is small. They probably can't run multiple stacks. I don't know. We could probably stand to wait at least until these are done. I guess we're giving this agent time to mess with us by doing it that way. Yeah, I'm not too worried about it. We'll build the towers. We'll take them down in time. So we could land on the shore here, go into replenishment stance, give us access to global recruitment, upgrade our army a little bit. They won't like it, but I also don't think they'll do anything about it. And if they do declare on us, so be it. We'll just come over here and wade through them with our real armies.
Serve me.
Alright, we can probably put this in fast forward, because I don't care what anybody else is doing. As soon as there we go. As soon as it actually lets me. So I think we needed wine for something. I don't remember what, but there was definitely some craftable that we couldn't make because we didn't have wine.
You speak with Settra, king of...
Nope, absolutely not. Never, ever, ever. A defensive alliance... I mean, there's just no reason for me to do that, though. This is one of those things. I wish I could set on a screen somewhere. You know, don't even show me offers for military alliances. I'm never into it. Okay, so what would we want to grab for this army? We probably don't want to sit here in recruitment stance for too long. But we could like get Tomb Guard to replace skeletons and yeah, let's boot some normal skeleton warriors. Maybe all of them, because we have, well, we don't have that much capacity. We have as many archers as we need, probably. We could grab a scorpion. We could just go in for 4 turns. Yeah, alright, let's boot 3 units of skeleton warriors. Let's see if they let me get away with this. And if they don't let me get away with this, if they do declare on us and then wipe out the stack, it actually isn't even a big deal. I'm just sort of testing their mettle here. King Wakaf needs, King Wakaf would really benefit from having lightning strike in case he has to go after these dwarves. This is a Tomb Prince.
I am my father's son.
Okay.
Move!
It's a weird thing to declare with that amount of anger, but alright. Oh, wow. These are some units. An Arachnarok Spider, a Cygor, Minotaurs, Centaurs. These are, aside from the Forest Goblin Spider Riders, these are some pretty good units. This army, I guess, is just like Carnage. Carnage Incarnate is their theme. Not a bad one. Yep, and we're still, like, nowhere on growth. Please, please grow faster. Okay. We can afford to upgrade this stuff. We're gonna get some okay jar income in a second here. Oh, hey, we hit population cap. Hold on, I need some of my money back. Need to get back to 72. There's some small upgrades in some places that we don't actually need to be doing. Alright, awesome. We are finally going to have access to the top tier of units. I'm actually very excited about that. Because Hyro Titans look so cool. I don't know if they're actually good, but I do know that I need to use them. They shoot lasers out of their eyes. They're giants with eye lasers. Not that the Sphinxes aren't cool. Not that the guys riding the snake statues aren't cool. We have a lot of neat stuff going on. But I don't think any of it really approaches the huge giant mummies that shoot lasers out of their eyes. That's really something. Right, and this turn we've got our siege towers completed and we can just roll in here. He assaulted my units. Ah, he actually did some okay damage to... Wow. How? How did he take down a bunch of Ushabti? You know what? We'll wait one more turn. Oh, you guys are good. It didn't rotate the map back. That's annoying. How do you... I don't remember. There's definitely a button you can hold down that lets you rotate the... Whatever, it's fine. We're about to end the video, so... It can be like this for now, and we'll fix it in a minute. We don't actually have a lot of other stuff to do. Alright, Mount Arachnos. What's a useful thing? We could build an Ushabti building. We could get more Sepulchral Stalker capacity. I don't even know if these are actually good. I haven't really used them very much. Go ahead and do this. I like Ushabti. They're fine. Okay, I think I don't actually want to spend anything else.
Legions, move!
Let's get right up on these guys. Okay, Elf, Temple Guards, Sources, Dryads, Way Watchers, a Bastiladon with a Revivification Crystal. I'm not sure that I've ever seen one of these before. An Ancient Stegodon. Okay, so both of these armies are impressive. These'll both be interesting, difficult fights. Cool, I'm down. I'm into it. Do I actually want to upgrade this? It only gains 10 additional growth. But, I mean, money is really no object at this point. And we have even more jar income going. I hate to say, I was concerned when we started the run that canopic jars would be a big deal. We would always be behind on jars, that those would be the bottleneck for everything. It hasn't really been the case. As long as you're constantly conquering, I guess. Oh hey, they fixed the camera for me. Isn't that nice of them? Yeah, as long as you're constantly conquering, you really don't run out of jars. Right, our units have been assaulted again. Well, I hope you enjoyed the final positive action that your faction will ever make. Yeah, these guys will be tough. For both this and the other army, we're going to want to really lay into our anti-large options. Fortunately, I know that... Oh, it unfixed the camera. Great. I'll fix it. Don't worry about it. It's under control. When we get to the top tier of buildings here, we'll have access to the other Sphinx, which is powerfully anti-large, is my understanding. Yeah, that's not bad. 400 armor-piercing damage plus 35 against large. I don't even actually know what this guy's stats are, aside from the lasers, you know. Okay, just very armor-piercing. He has a couple of bound spells. In particular, bound Spirit Leech is awesome. The Spirit Leech is very powerful. So actually, he's probably pretty good against large, too, since he can Spirit Leech them repeatedly. Oh, I guess he only has one charge of it. Does Shem's Burning Gaze... Okay, strong versus a single combatant, good against large. Okay, yeah, so he's pretty good against large as well. Causes terror, that's useful, although I think a lot of large things, a lot of like big monster-y type things do. Okay, hold on. Before we do anything else, let me grab this guy. So we have 2 more turns left on our recruitment. Do I want to pull some other stuff? We actually have a ton of Ushabti. Or, those are 4-turn recruits, never mind. Do I want to grab anything else that I could pull in with 2 turns? I mean, we could just replace 2 more skeletons with like a Tomb Guard and a Hekara Warrior. That's probably worth doing. Okay, his army's honestly not even that bad. If the elves haven't done anything about us by the time that recruitment is finished, I think we'll try to take the White Tower with just him. And then if he gets obliterated afterward, it doesn't matter. We just have to we have to have it for a fraction of a turn. Alright. I think this is where we're going to call it. We have 4 siege towers. The balance of power bar still doesn't really think we're going to get this done, but I have to imagine we're going to get this done. Look at this. Look at the force we're bringing to bear here.
Settra has no use for living slaves.
And also that. So that's going to be it for us for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Come back next time. We're burning every other faction to the ground until we get back what they stole. And we'll see you then.